Tyler, can I get a hoya?
Hell no.
Oh.
You're not allowed to say that. Only I can say that. Trying to steal my freaking jokes, but I'll give you a soft, sensual one. Oh yeah.
Okay.
So, I'm at like a weird impasse right now, Josh.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm not sure on this series if I should call myself Tyler Cedarwall or Attacking Toucans.
You should call yourself Attacking Tyler Cans.
Is that my new soda brand?
Yes. Wait, what?
That would be my new scent.
New
If I was to make a cologne, get Attacking Tyler Cans and make yourself smell like a. What would my scent smell like if I made a cologne? Shame.
Shame. Yeah.
Shame and
like
gayness. Mostly gayness.
Mostly gayness. Yeah.
But no, I don't know. Like, okay, so I changed my name back to Attacking Toucans.
You did, yes.
But on the series, it still says a Tyler Cedarwall above my name.
Yes, that's true. I mean, we can make it whatever you want. We can make it. We can call you Albus Dumbledoof.
I like it. I like Dumbledoof a lot.
Dumbledoof. We'll call you.
How about Rob Schkaninsky?
Yeah, there we go. We can do that too.
Rob Schkaninsky. Or I was telling you earlier, it would be kind of fun to name myself Rhonda.
Rhonda. Okay, that's what we'll call you.
And just wear giant hoop earrings and really bright lipstick all the time, and come in and just be really loud all the time. Hey guys, Rhonda in the house. Give all your attention to me.
I can imagine.
Do you like my
new
scent, Attacking Tyler Cans?
I can imagine you now with giant hoop earrings, and I am thoroughly disturbed.
We could, they double up as basketball hoops, so I can take them off and set them up. I can hold them in the air, and because I'm tall enough, I'm the same height as a basketball hoop, pretty much. And actually, if I was to hold my arms up in the air, I probably am the same height as a basketball hoop.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? Because your arm length would be half of your height, right? So
I'd be around. Well, maybe I probably wouldn't reach 10 feet. I could be an 8-foot basketball hoop, which is like the girl height.
The girl height.
I'm pretty sure.
Hey, that's
they have
sexist,
shorter
dude.
hoops?
Come on.
Dude, we're as sexist as it gets.
No, we're not. I don't want that to be my claim to fame.
Sexist means you just have lots of sex, right?
Oh, Tyler. I hate to break it to you.
Have I been using the word wrong my whole life?
That would be awful.
That would be an awful thing to do your whole entire life.
Yeah, go through your whole life of thinking that you're saying something correctly when it totally means like the complete opposite, or like something completely negative and horrible.
Yeah, guys, I'm a sexist. What the fuck? What's wrong with this guy?
Yo, I'm such a racist. I really love black people. It's really great.
No, I'm such a racist. I'm really fast and win every race that I participate in.
There you go. That's even better than what I said. That's funny.
Or we could bring back the ageist.
Ageist. Oh my god. Dude, I'm an ageist. I don't even know what that would be. I'm sorry. I'm not funny.
I mean, we already kind of made that as self. I don't think that could even interpret to something else.
I know, I was gonna say, 'cause it's not really. Well, it is a thing, though. It is a real thing.
What other type of discrimination is there? Like,
Buddhist. They're against boods.
Okay, I guess I can get behind that. My Buddhist, my favorite type of discrimination. Gosh, back in the day when all those Buddhists would just hang the boods.
I know, right?
I don't even know what that means.
It doesn't mean anything.
I can't interpret it to anything. Just dumb. This conversation has gotten dumb.
This is a stupid conversation. Oh, man. So how about that Temple of Time, though?
I'm still not there. I'm still in the Lost Woods.
Oh, shit.
And these little scarecrows, or whatever they are.
The puppets?
Puppets? Yeah. They're not puppets, though. There's nobody holding them up, and they're not on strings. So they're not actually puppets.
They're real boys.
Well, I guess a puppet can be something that's just being controlled. Like, they're being controlled by a school kid through his music, I guess. So I guess technically they're puppets by definition. Puppets don't have to have a hand up their ass to be a puppet.
That's true. That's true. But what if somebody put a hand up your ass? Would you be a puppet?
That actually brings me to a very interesting topic.
Why? Why does that bring you to an interesting
is
topic?
the most disgusting act
We've already talked about this in
on
this
the
versus.
planet. Okay, well, let's not bring it up again. Every single time I think about it, I just cringe. I'm just like, ugh.
We don't need to talk about fisting more.
Okay, it's fine. So, do you like the Temple of Time in this game?
I think it's meh. I think it's kind of a meh dungeon, to be honest.
Yeah, I've seen on lots of websites and such. They rate it as one of the worst Zelda dungeons of all time. Some even rate it as the worst Zelda dungeon of all time.
It's
which I don't fully understand that.
It's extremely linear. Like it's literally you go to the top of the dungeon, and then you go back to the beginning of the dungeon. It's so linear. Like it's not like a maze. And I think that's why people
not
don't
all
like
Zelda
it.
dungeons are linear though. I mean, so there are other linear Zelda dungeons in Zelda. Like I don't think a Zelda dungeon being linear is necessarily a bad thing as long as the puzzles in each room, like the separate puzzles you have to solve to get through the rooms,
Yeah.
have like good substance to them.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah, I don't really like this dungeon, but not necessarily because it's linear or whatever. I don't really like this dungeon just because it's kind of boring, in my opinion. Like,
It isn't the most exciting.
I don't feel
pretty.
like the puzzles are that like difficult or,
They aren't.
you know. So it's just kind of like the style is really cool. Like I like how it looks, but
Honestly, I think difficulty-wise, Temple of Time and Lakebed Temple should change places.
yeah, actually, yeah, I agree with that.
Because Lakebed is a fairly difficult temple for how early you do it in the game.
Yeah,
And-
no kidding.
Oh gosh. And then this one is like the puzzles are really easy. Like let's be fair, that's
Yeah,
I don't
and
think
it's
I've
like
ever gotten stuck
it's
in
like
Temple of Time.
it's like not only the puzzles easy, they're also just like it's not like it's difficult to find your way around the dungeon either because it's linear, right? So like it's paired with easy navigation as well. The easy puzzles are paired with easy navigation, so it's just kind of like easy all around.
Just like you.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm super easy.
I mean, you probably, if you weren't married, you probably would be kind of easy. Like I'm sure if any like really hot girl came up to you and was like, "Hey, want to have sex?" Would you say yes if you weren't married?
I mean,
you didn't
yeah.
know Brooke.
Yeah.
So you probably would be easy.
I mean, aren't all guys
that
easy
context.
though at the end of the day?
I guess that's true. But I don't. Is it frowned upon for a guy to be easy?
I don't think so. not in this society, no.
True. Well, I guess it is kind of in the gay world.
Is it?
At least I would view it as a bad thing. I don't think it's good when guys are easy.
Gotta play hard to get.
I like
man.
a challenge.
Gotta play hard to get.
Is it bad that I bet I like a challenge when it comes to relationships?
Yes.
Like if I'm able to just like talk to them and instantly just like get their attention and like they instantly seem to like me, it bores me and I like don't pursue it anymore because of that reason.
I think it's because your personality looks for challenge in the world, just in general, in everything that you do. You like to make everything hard for yourself.
Oh, you know,
In more ways than one.
that's the way to live. Okay,
Yeah.
I finally entered the Temple of Time. I'm catching up to you.
We'll see. We'll see.
I started talking to this one dude on Tinder one night, and we talked on Snapchat for like maybe like 20 minutes, and then after that, I'd never like reply back to him. And it's not that I wouldn't reply back to him; it's just that he messages me on a daily basis, but the only thing he says every single time is "Hey,"
Hey.
"Hey,"
Hey. How it go?
and I do not respond to messages. Like if somebody says "Hey" to me, I don't respond because I think that's just such a
Oh my God,
unengaging, uninteresting message.
I'm gonna
to
start
send to
doing
somebody.
that to you every single day now. I'm just gonna text you, hey, every single morning.
Well, do you want to know what I reply with after like a week of this?
What's that?
I said, "Hay is for horses."
That's so stupid.
I know. I was just so annoyed. I was like, I'm gonna send the most just like cliche response to somebody saying "hey" a lot, and he still does it. He still does it to this day. I'm just like, what? Did you not get the fact that I was kind of making fun of you?
So you've had like proper full-on conversations with this person, right? It's not just like they say "hey" and then you say nothing and then that's it.
I've had one conversation with him, and it was through photos. It wasn't that kind of conversation.
See, I don't need to know.
It was
about
more like,
that.
"Hey, what's up? Like, what you up to?" And
Gotcha.
that kind of shit.
Okay.
I don't know.
Hey, man.
Okay.
I'm not judging.
It's not your job to judge. You're not a judge.
No,
now,
I'm
if
not.
you were a judge, you probably should be judging. But
Right, that's true. Yeah. Anyway, one
of the reasons I like the puzzles in this temple is they're kind of untraditional. Like putting a pot on a switch and then breaking the pot.
Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. That's the one puzzle that I think is interesting. But
yeah,
the other thing that I don't like about this dungeon too is also the fact that the Dominion Rod is just kind of a boring item. Like, I don't really like using it. It's cool. Like, it's a neat item. Like, it's really, like, design-wise, it's really cool, and it's cool to be able to control statues. But I don't think they utilize it in any way other than just set the statue on a switch. You know, that kind of thing. It's like...
Yeah, that's pretty much... whenever you're fighting the boss, it's a little bit more interesting.
Yeah.
You use, like, giant statues to squash the spider.
Yeah. Spoilers. Jesus.
Buddha.
What?
I'm kind of bringing the Buddha thing back, I guess. I don't know.
You tried. You tried.
Why do we always say Jesus in those contexts? Why do we never say other gods' names? Like, why aren't we like, damn, like,
well,
Zeus, you're annoying.
So
like,
Jesus wasn't a god, first of all.
Okay, I guess that's true. What's the name of it? What would Jesus be considered? I mean, he's like the Son of God. Is there a name for that though? Is there like a name for the second tier?
Yeah, Jesus. There's only one, so.
What I'm saying though, let me back up a second. I'm saying, what if another religion had somebody of equal stature of Jesus?
Oh, I don't know.
What is second place?
You'd probably have a name
God
too.
Called?
Or she.
Could be a she. I never said it had to be a specific gender.
Yeah, well, hey, it's being sexist over here.
Okay.
Sorry, I was trying to bring the sexist thing back again. I don't know. I'm just going with
your. Because I have a lot of sex.
I'm just going with your joke logic, Tyler. That's all.
My joke logic.
Yeah.
Law. So currently, since we're kind of talking about, I guess this isn't like there is no transition to this, but this is a random thought I had. So, since it is Pride Month right now on Snapchat, whenever you're like try to post something to a story, it shows like every single day they've had an option to post something for Pride Month, and every single day they recognize a different form of sexuality. And I learned about so many sexualities I had never heard of.
Oh boy. Yeah, tell me more.
One of the ones I had never heard of was heterosexual.
Okay.
It's spelled with a C.
Okay.
Not a S. And as like my last name is also spelled with an S, not a C. Like that shit can get confusing sometimes. I understand.
Yep.
But heterosexual apparently is when two transgender people, or no, not even transgender, just androgynous people fall in love.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, does there necessarily need to be a word for? I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt to have a word for it, because
yeah, I mean,
it is a thing.
When it comes to like identity and that kind of thing, like the thing is that there's so many things that people can be. It's all like the entire life, like personalities and sexuality and who you're attracted to is all like a huge spectrum, and so it's really hard to like put labels on stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, because this is coming from a gay person, but I feel like we don't need to like give that much recognition to all the little tiny little things
I think
that go in. Like, is there LGBTQ, and then it keeps going. There's like 20 other things that come after that. But I thought like Q was kind of what encompassed the rest of it. Like,
Well, I think
So I don't know.
I think that it's fine. I think that the reason that people do it is because they want to have their own identity, you know? And that's fine. You know, whatever, be creative. But don't get upset at people for not understanding like what to call you. You know what I mean? Because I feel like at that point it's a little bit too much, you know what I mean?
Yeah. The at my dance studio, the guy who owns it, he's also a manager at a Chinese restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently they got a new employee, and I've never actually met somebody who has requested this, but they have requested to be called, is it Zen? Is that the new thing?
What?
That, like, because they don't like he or she because it's like assuming the gender. They want the different pronoun.
I legitimately
So
have no idea.
So instead of saying them, you have to say Zen. I don't fully understand it.
I mean, I get it. I understand why, but I've never heard that before. So,
Yeah.
I mean, good luck.
It's just it's a lot to keep up with, honestly. And it's not like I don't have a problem. The thing is, I don't have a problem keeping up with it as long as you inform me. But at the same time, like, apparently the reason that he had a problem with that person is because they were apparently rude and got mad at them for not calling the proper pronoun before they even informed him.
Yeah, see, now that's the kind of like those are the kind of people that bother the shit out of me is people who just assume that you and the thing is that those people, the reason they're like that is because so many people like discriminated against them. Like they probably were made fun of like their whole life, and that does a number on a person's mindset, you know?
Yeah.
So
Kind of surprising. For some reason, I was never really made fun of for my sexuality. Like, even to this day, nobody ever makes fun of it. And it's kind of confusing.
I think it's
Because it
just
seems like
more
other gay
common
people
now.
have like a lot of problems with it. And I'm like,
That's
yeah,
weird.
no one's ever given me a hard time, like ever. If they have, it's been completely like joking, and like it's been a friend who's been completely joking about it.
Well, maybe that's like maybe these other people who are gay that like are going through like similar things. Maybe they don't perceive it as just joking around or having fun, but you perceive things a little bit differently, and so it just doesn't feel like
That's
being
true.
made fun of. You know, you just laugh along
Yeah, I don't
with the
take
joke.
anything in life too seriously.
That's another like really nice point to make actually about just anything in life is you get to choose whether or not to be offended. And
So every single time you call yourself Josh Jepson, I could choose to be offended by that. I could choose. I could be like, wow, that offends me.
Josh Jepson offends me.
But I choose not to be offended by that fact.
Okay,
That's
well,
a very
I appreciate
terrible
it.
example.
I appreciate it. No, that's it's a great example. You're fine.
The greatest example.
Oh,
Then another
man.
sexuality I hadn't heard of was it was demisexual.
Oh, I've heard of that. I don't know what it means,
And
but I've heard it.
That one actually is probably the sexuality that more people should have, because all demisexual means is you don't want to have like sexual relations with, like, you're not sexually attracted to somebody until you're emotionally attached to them.
Oh, that makes sense.
So that's like, so I guess that means you don't actually ever have any sexual feelings towards anybody until you get to know them as a person, which is probably something that it's probably a good trait to have, honestly.
Well, yeah. I mean, then you end up making better choices about how you feel about people.
Yeah,
Instead of just jumping into bed with
slightly.
people.
I'm like kind of the opposite of that, like a lot of the time. Like I'll be attracted to somebody and then I'll actually get to know them and then I won't be attracted to them anymore.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a thing. Like, for sure. Like, I feel like emotional attraction is definitely a huge part of just sexuality in general, actually. So I can agree with that.
Yeah. So yeah, demisexual seems like a good thing that we should all probably have, but don't. One thing I do like about the Temple of Time is I like the combat in it. The combat is probably the most fun in this temple out of any other temple, because the Lizafulls are really fun, and so are the little stone guys with hammers that you kill, and you get to use a lot of your hidden moves. Like if you've unlocked the hidden moves, they're all really fun enemies to take out.
I feel like that's almost like the point of this dungeon, actually, is to be like a combat dungeon. because it's pretty much every room you have to kill something in order to progress.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no.
You can run past a lot of enemies, but
every
it's
single
more fun
room.
to kill them.
Well, no, because there's some rooms like where you have to kill like the what are they called? The little jumpy guys with the hammers. They've been in, like,
Armos?
Yeah, the Armos. There's a couple rooms where you have to kill Armos to like open up a door. You know, you have to kill like well, less so on the way back down, but on the way up you have to kill a bunch of stuff.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. This scale room is so easy the first time you go through. You literally just run through it. Have you got the Dominion Rod yet?
Do I have the Dominion Rod? Yeah, I have the Dominion Rod.
You're probably a lot further than me right now.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm kicking
shit.
ass. Kicking ass and taking names, dude. And you still have to go back for that fucking heart piece you missed.
That'll only take me a couple minutes.
Still, I think it's really funny. I was talking about it with you, but like, you literally looked at the chest. You're like, huh, I wonder what's in that chest. It's probably not important.
Quote. Yeah.
I watched that back in editing and that face palmed. I'm like, oh my god. How?
Josh, Miley Cyrus said it best. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days.
Okay,
So-
sure. Okay, Miley Cyrus.
Dude, so Miley Cyrus is like kind of, she's making a comeback. She's becoming a lot more tame, I guess, and I'm not digging it. I like crazy Miley Cyrus better, personally.
Crazy Miley Cyrus. Well, hey, she's gonna do whatever's gonna get her money and sales and of music and shit, right? You know, like that's just kind of how it goes.
I mean, she's going kind of more the country indie-ish route now, which even though lots of people hated her whenever she went crazy, I still think her album she released when she went crazy, Bangers, is it's still one of my favorite albums of all time. Like it's so good.
Yeah. Well, I think she appealed to a certain audience, and now I think she's trying to appeal to a new audience, probably.
Yeah, well, I think she's growing up. Like the music was a bit, well, even though her personality was immature at those times, like that album was kind of mature. Like especially the second half of it, the songs that people don't really listen to.
Yeah.
Those songs were so good and were so emotional because it was kind of about all of the like heartbreak and betrayal she felt from her relationship with. Was it Chris Hemsworth? Is that who she dated? I don't really keep up with.
I have no idea.
Celebrities date too much. But it was pretty emotional. And now it seems like Katy Perry is starting to go through that whole crazy trying to be weird phase to get attention. And she's doing it so bad. Like, oh my gosh, I am not liking Katy Perry's new direction whatsoever.
Yeah, this is just not even remotely in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, she's doing
I have
it.
no idea.
I mean, the whole doing weird stuff to get attention was definitely like a popular thing like 4 or 5 years ago. Because that's back when Nicki Minaj was wearing tons of wigs. That's when Lady Gaga was wearing all the weird outfits. That's when Psy was doing Gangnam Style and tons of weird videos. Like, that's what was popular. Now people seem to be liking realness and...
Well, it goes back and forth, though, right? Like, it fluctuates. That's always been the case for, like, the entire history of music and whatever, right? Like, there's always those eras where it's, like, people are crazy and weird and then it kind of shifts to a more real, like, down-to-earth style, right?
Yeah.
So, it'll go back to being crazy again, eventually.
I can't wait, because I kind of prefer the crazy. Whenever it comes to music, I usually listen more for just like the sound. We've kind of talked about this.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a lyric person. I like more of the sound. And so I like it more when they're trying like extra hard to be entertaining instead of like raw and organic.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I get you. I understand.
Damn, I'm getting destroyed by this dark nut.
Dude, the dark nut can fuck you up if you don't time things correctly.
I'm not doing that well.
Yeah, it's tough.
Usually I'm a bit better.
Well, maybe you just suck ass. The sound effect was unnecessary.
That was pretty necessary. Don't call my sound effects unnecessary, you bitch.
You bitch.
Who do you think you are? Judging my sound effects. Maybe I want to be a Foley artist someday.
I'm Judge Josh Jepson. Thank you very much.
Judge Jepson.
Judge Jepson.
That actually has a perfect rhyme to it. You should do an Ace Attorney series now and call yourself Judge Jepson.
Oh my god. No, what I should do is have a show like Judge Judy. That's just on TV and just be that from now on.
You'd have to go to a lot of law school.
Nah.
I'm Avatar Tyler now.
You're Avatar Tyler? I did not watch that video.
Well, I didn't watch my vlog. I watched every one of your vlogs, Josh. I might be lying, but but since I got Rava tattooed on me, and Rava is the spirit that fused with the first man to make the first Avatar, and so since I'm fused with Rava now, I'm technically Avatar Tyler.
Yep.
And my lifelong dream now is, or not my lifelong dream, but my life mission is to kill your wife, Fire Lord Brooke.
My lifelong dream is to kill your wife. Thanks, man.
I mean, it's my destiny. Like,
Fire
it was
Lord
placed
Brooke.
upon me.
It's my destiny.
I just like how that's like a thing that I claim myself as, and then I kind of forgot that your wife called herself that, but
Yeah.
I think it's kind of perfect. I think it's really funny.
Yeah, it goes really well.
Yeah. So
Dude, nice.
next time we see each other, there might be a little bit of tension.
Oh, yeah, okay. And then you duel.
to the death.
That's kind of fucked up. Actually, no, you can just
You seem kind of into it though. You're like,
I didn't quite mean it like that.
I don't believe you.
I didn't quite mean it like that.
That's what they all say.
No, you're totally right. I'm super into it. Please kill my wife. No, excuse you.
I had to bring back the sound.
Gross, dude. What are you on?
Oh, I can make a list.
Ugh.
I'm on LSD, marijuana, heroin, cocaine, meth, opioids, Molly,
Wow.
Percocet.
Wow. You
I'm on cassette, VHS, DVD, Blu-ray. I'm on a lot of things. You can find me everywhere. You've said it best. You can't put all your eggs into one basket.
This is true. Yeah, you can't put all your eggs in one basket, dude. Oh, I fucked up.
And that's how I feel about drugs too.
You can't put all your drugs in one basket.
Yeah, unless it's a really big basket.
Because you have so many drugs, you just can't fit them all. Oh, that's unfortunate. Don't do drugs, kids, because then you'll end up like Tyler.
Hey, that's something you do want to end up at. Like,
yeah.
I say that like with terrible grammar.
that's who you want to do end up. Yeah, like. Yep.
Chris Lysley.
Chris Lysley.
Chris Lysley.
Oh my God. Chris
Chris
Lysley.
Lysley.
Oh my God, that's such an old reference.
Old Pico.
Oh
So,
man.
You made fun of me for this the other day, but because I've been getting into Twitch streaming, and for my first raid message, I decided to use a Family Guy quote that I thought was funny. So Family Guy, there's a moment where Stewie and Bri are hanging out, and they're like, people will riot over anything these days. All you have to do is just yell something out, and then get enough people to listen, and you can start they'll do anything. So they're like, well, maybe we could try to outlaw sex. And then Stewie's like, all sex is rape. All sex is rape. And then after that, it cuts to a big, just quiet, like a big, just huge amount of people, like ranting to the town hall, and they're all screaming, "All sex is rape!" And then they officially outlaw sexing Quahog because of it. So I made that my raid message because I was like, "That's funny," and then I did it to P-Cole's stream, and he got really offended.
Well, I don't know so much as offended as just like, for like a public stream thing, like maybe a little inappropriate, especially out of context. Like not knowing the context of the joke it makes it worse, much worse.
Yeah, I guess once you know the context, it's not as offensive.
Right, when you know the context of the joke, it's much less offensive. But not knowing the context is, yeah, it's pretty bad.
So I apologized to him, and
Good.
he was like, "It's good. It was just a bit jarring," which I
Good.
can understand. Like 100 people coming into your Twitch chat and screaming all sexes rape.
You really should apologize for being you, actually.
Okay, guys, here's my official apology. I apologize for being me. And I also apologize because we are at the end of today's episode.
Well, hey, I don't forgive you, so.
So sad.
All
How
right.
will I sleep tonight?
Probably
Pretty well.
pretty great, yeah. I was
Yeah.
gonna say that I don't know how that affects you that much.
True.
All right, yeah, anyway.
Anyways, thank you all. I'll let you outro. Sorry, I keep talking over
wow.
you.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Thanks for watching, everybody. My name is Josh Jepson.
And my name is
Rhonda.
Rhonda. Bye, guys.